we are going to become household names. But not if you are still afraid to pivot. Listen, friend, I too am a victim of letting fear get the best of me, especially when it comes to trying out new things or just leaning into my personal interest when it comes to content. But have you ever wondered what it looks like on the other side of that fear? Personally, I did, and in turn, I did do a little bit of a pivot. And I am here to report that I do think pivots are the best answer to burnout and creative ruts. So I've recently started incorporating new styles on my page, some of which I thought would serve others greatly, some of which were honestly just like serving to myself. And the main reason for the latter is because I think it's important to remember yourself within your content. Now I know by this point you're probably thinking, Lauren, if I pivot, nobody's gonna tap into my content. They're gonna expect what I've been putting out before. I ain't even gonna hold you, friend. That might be partially true, but it's not gonna be true forever. For instance, two styles of content that I started giving more energy to were tech and makeup. Now these aren't necessarily new pillars to my page, but I hadn't necessarily dug into both of them as deep as I wanted to in the past. And what I've realized in this pivot journey is if you show up confidently as a master of something, with sprinkles of your own personality, of course, people are eventually gonna hop onto your pivot, girl. And I've told y'all this before, pivots are likely to underperform initially, but just like building a muscle, you gotta stay consistent and get those reps in, girl. And eventually your content is gonna be as body down as it would be if you was at the gym lifting weights. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. In order to get people to start remembering who you are, you need some type of visual presence, some type of catchphrase, honestly, just like something that people can remember you by. Girl, even if it's a dang red wig. Now for my people that work off of examples, I have one for you. I do a series on my page about foundations for girls with neutral undertones. And I typically start the videos by saying, the neutral girls do not want orange foundation. And don't. And with that title on repeat, you know by the end of the video, you're getting some type of neutral foundation recommendation. I want to be somebody that people with neutral undertones go to for recommendations, but also not to box myself in. I also want to be somebody that people can go to for no BS recommendations. Another series that I have on my page, actually. I know y'all see what I'm cooking up here. Overall, finding a space that matches my identity and my interests helps mold me into becoming a master of what I'm talking about. Now let's talk about pivots that remind us that our social media is still about us, y'all. Your social started out as a visual diary, and they honestly should still remain that to some degree. Personally, I love photography and just cameras in general, and I found that that's gotten a bit lost on my page, so I found a middle ground. I've started sharing the photos I take via stories and also via photo dumps. So in a way, I'm creating content around my interests, but also sharing information about the mediums I'm using to share that content, if that makes sense. For example, I did a photo walk vlog on my Fujifilm, and it was kind of a 2-for-1. I shared my work and I also shared information about the camera, so people that are interested in the camera can see how it functions, and I get to share the photos I took. Overall, everything you do doesn't necessarily have to serve other people. Sometimes you can just do a cool edit, a fun creative short film to a song that you really liked, share a junk journal entry, or just like share a really cool item that you picked up from like a random store in Morocco. And honestly, I think it's really cool to have that space on your page. Now y'all know we are not leaving this video without a challenge. I challenge you to post an in-feed post or a reel that speaks to your own interest or some type of creative project that you want to explore. I'm going to focus on storytelling photo dumps and just creative videos that stretch my creative muscle. Overall, I just want this to be a reminder to show up for yourself on your page. Cause girl, we cannot be household names if we lose ourselves in the process. Anyway, y'all know what it is. I'll see you soon.